After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Now, in the year 1973, the world still lies in the heart of this frigid period. The West and East engage in proxy wars to assert dominance, while spies and agents engage in shadowy dealings. And, with the threat of nuclear war, the world always feels close to doomsday. It's as if the whole world is holding their breath, waiting for someone to make the first wrong move.
Hello and welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Good Trouble. We are back.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's been a while, huh? And by a while, I mean 1 week.
Yeah, it's been a shorter amount of time than usual, actually.
I would like to thank anyone who's still watching and keeping up with Good Trouble. You are a trooper, and we appreciate you. And all the love you've given the series over the last few months.
In fact, actually, yes.
If you're part of that loyal few, we're actually going to record an episode in your house sometime after the series concludes.
There's a sweepstakes you can enter for the low price of $1,000. You can enter a sweepstakes for Dune to come visit.
Oh, here's a little volume slider.
Well, that's useful.
All right, so quick recap. We just gave one to Stigma, and this was only a week, so I'm just going to go quick. We went to Russia to get help from the Hush, which was like their closest equivalent to Good Trouble. We raided the Kremlin to get out Micah Jag. He told us their plan was, when everyone's unified, to hit people with a big stand meteor so that they either all get a stand and permanently link their consciousnesses or all die. He's not sure. And now we're getting ready to storm Mount Rushmore after using our last few days to, like, prep time, basically. So this is looking to be the final arc, aside from maybe some epilogue stuff. But looks like we're getting close to the end here, folks.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get right into it then. Mm-hmm. So, as you recall last time, you'd made like your temporary base back on American soil. You had sort of like a warehouse, a little bit of an abandoned missile silo complex that you were using as sort of temporary HQ, a staging area basically for your coming mission. Mm-hmm. And that is where we come in on the morning before, well, the battle. You're going to be launching your assault later this afternoon, not earlier. Sorry, time travel has not been introduced. And we open as the sun rises for the day. You've got 3 days until the deadline that was sort of given to you. So you're planning to not leave this to the last minute. Basically, Good Trouble is going to attack with time to spare.
Of course.
Along with the Hush, there's sort of troops like moving around. Like the Hush troops are very much like in Spec Ops, like gas masks, black cloaks, that sort of thing. They're looking very extra. Good Trouble troops are mostly in suits and ties, that sort of thing, casual plain clothes sort of people, as everyone prepares.
I do need to apologize real quick.
Absolutely, of course, I accept it.
Yeah, if you heard anything weird, I was trying to get the character sheets open for a split second. The Jacob Geller video I was watching played, so if you heard a weird guy talk, that's why.
Well, apologies to Jacob Geller for calling him weird as well.
He's not weird, but you know what I mean, like a guy that's not one of us. Anyway, yeah, what we're doing?
Well, yeah, it's the morning of the assault. You're making your last preparations. Please tell me what those might be. What are you doing? You don't know if you're going to be coming out of this.
I have one, but I don't mind going last because mine might be like I don't know how long of an RP thing it'll be. But Chelsea is definitely, if she's able, she hasn't to, and she's been avoiding it this whole campaign. But she wants to see her son.
So you're leaving the complex to go see him, or you can like call him, or how are you
gonna go see him wherever he's staying, unless it's like too far away or whatever.
No. Don't worry. Well, yeah, that might be best if we do that one last thing, because that's going to be a little bit of a scene there. Yeah. But you have talked to Sergeant O, and he's agreed that he will take you there before the mission. Isn't he a nice guy?
Thank you, Sergeant O. Yeah, I don't mind.
No problem. Okay, well, what are the rest of you doing? What are your preparations? Any last things you want to do before this final battle?
I'd say that Bats has been locked. He's been locked in. He's completely in his own little world. If you remember last session, he has been training his mastery of the spin technique under the tutelage of Micah Jag, and or not Micah Jag. What's his name?
No, it's his name.
Oh, that is his name.
Yeah.
Right. Right, and we ended with him pretty much learning it.
Becoming the
just
spin
basics.
god.
He turned his
Bill
body
said
into...
God, he's got a little
I can
bit.
sense there might be a little bit of tension there.
He became a spin god in a very superficial sense. He looked like a spin god. We don't know how powerful it was. We just don't know.
You got the feel for it, basically, is what I would say.
Yeah, he grasped the concept. But yeah, I'd say
You're not
that
doing
he's...
Golden Spin anytime soon or anything like that.
No. That'll be for next session. He he's been completely alienating himself from the rest of the assault team. Basically, just rotating himself on his head. He's in his room spinning himself on top of on his head, breakdancing. Yeah, he's becoming the spin.
I love the idea of your training is like you're sitting in an office chair spinning on the spot.
It's not even a fast spin either. He's doing it like really slow. He's trying to get every
training weights.
I was thinking of a mechanic for this, by the way, if you don't mind me pitching it.
Okay.
Because I know Jack has had some qualms with like the sudden like good at spin, and I also know his spin is special. It uses his body, right? So I thought mechanically what he could do is he can do his spin like in addition to whatever he's doing, or he can do a spin real good. But in battle, it takes a hit off him because he's literally
I was just
spinning
thinking
his
that,
own
though,
body.
yeah.
It would take a hit point.
Yeah, so he'd go like.
I'm a lot more willing to accept that for a 1-point burn
because it's like he's literally like pushing his body to the limits to do like spin he shouldn't be able to do.
It would expend.
I just want to point out my qualm is that he got that for 1 point, as well as like a do-over that he got with 2 advantages. A do-over on a roll with 2 advantages. If it comes with a downside, I'm fine with it. Whatever.
Yeah,
So Bats is like swinging with his body like he's an Uzumaki.
So Bats literally turns his body to balls and then spins the balls to activate the spin, so he's like becoming one with it.
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to do anything big, it will like cost you a hit point with the spin. Then.
Yeah, I'm cool with making it like a finisher type thing.
I'm worried now that at some point we could have this is my last spin driver.
That could be our death. Bats' last spin.
That's it's pretty rare that we run out of hit points or get close to it in this game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna try my fucking best.
Yeah, bring it.
I have been trying to die for half of this game.
Don't worry, I'll be
try to kill me. Just try to kill me.
I'll be survived by my wonderful son.
Okay,
and
well,
your son is going to die within the next 5 minutes now that you've said that.
No, what about my husband I still haven't figured things out with? Who's undead?
Your husband's gonna kill him is the thing.
No! He would never. That's fucked.
Your husband's not in his right mind, Darnell.
Oh my god. A family murder-suicide from a husband in the 70s, that's a little too real.
Right, okay, but yeah. So as you're doing your training, you're like in your like room here, Bats.
Yeah, I'm in the facility that was that had the giant ball.
Right, you can hear on the metal sort of doors outside. A bit of a knock for you. Did you hear like that? That was manual.
Oh, I hear it now. I hear it. I was deep in my spin thought.
Your thoughts are spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do see that Neil Speedwagon is at the door, sort of knocking on the. It's like an open missile. It's like an open silo door, but he's knocking to be polite.
He waves him. He waves him in, still neglecting to stop spinning.
Quite the contraption you've got in here, then. Can you hear me when you're like that, or are you just like balls?
You see his face form back into his human body, and his spins come to a slow. Can't you see that I'm focused in here?
Yeah, I can see. That's what I just wanted to say, since, to be honest, I don't see how Good Trouble continues past this mission. We're burnt on pretty much every angle. This is this is not a good place for us to be in, but I wanted to say, since it might be the last chance, I don't know why I'm talking in this accent. I just wanted to say, I don't know if this means anything coming from me, but I'm proud of you. You've come a long way. I remember good job, good job.
I think Bat smiles knowing that it took a lot of pride swallowing for Neil to say this. And he stops spinning briefly, and he walks over to him, and he just puts his hand out to him.
Hey, once this is all over, how about I take you out for that drink? You shake your hand.
Oh, Neil. I'm not planning for this to be over.
Oh, you got other plans?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, make sure you live and show me them, okay?
No guarantees.
He shakes your hand, firmly. So
Bats overcompensates on the shake and tries to outdo him with the grip.
My hands. You're hurting my hand. Ow. Fuck.
He pats him on the back.
Once more onto the breach, eh?
Oh, here you go. And he tosses him a cigarette. Figured you could use it. You look a little tied up.
Comes with the job. And he sort of puts it in his pocket for later. Okay, so we swoosh over. So Vasilii and Driver, what sort of preparations would you be making for this this operation?
I feel like Vasilii, just to have some excuse for why he was AWOL, this whole significant time. I would say that, perhaps he got kidnapped by a British intelligence agent this time, no Russians, no Americans, and he had to do battle with an MI6 agent.
This will be in the light novel, I assume.
And understand bombs over Baghdad.
Well, it was a heroic mission, and you discovered the other continent, and you found out a lot about yourself.
The aquatic one.
The aquatic continent. Was that?
I mean, we had a whole water campaign. What do you think it means?
You've already mentioned the secret continent once in this campaign. It's not a stretch.
This is the next other secret continent. This one's in the sky.
Yeah, that's for part 5.
That's for the sequel. Well, the DLC, really.
The DLC.
Hold on, hear me out. Okay, what if the part 5 was in the Hollow Earth?
I mean, we've teased this before.
Part 5 Beyond the Ice Wall.
Fucking Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, anyone?
Oh, fuck.
It's a crossover. But, yeah, well, you managed to break free of Lester Benningworth and save Baghdad. But now that you're back at base, what are you doing before this mission begins then? What have you got any preparation to make? Any resources you need? Any plans you want to go over? Any last conversations?
I can think of a few resources, but I think in terms of conversations, I will give the initiative to Driver, who was actually there for the last time.
Okay, a Driver. I pass that question to you.
I don't think I have anything.
Sorry about that. We had a technical difficulty.
The fire's been put out.
Yeah.
I had to explain to everyone why dinosaur bones are fake, actually, and they're
We'll
just
get to that in the epilogue.
Yeah,
Nephilim.
Dune evangelized me.
Yeah, sorry, but
Sorry, I love the idea of someone who evangelizes someone. They're like, "Sorry, by the way."
See, I just don't understand.
Scientologists.
I just don't understand how evolution can be a thing when we still have monkeys. Okay.
Yeah, why don't any of those monkeys give birth to a human today?
Oh my god! I remember when my dad said that once, and I was like, I just had the fluoride stare.
Anyway, so Driver, you're basically just getting your ride ready then. Your proto.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Actually, at this point, what's the opposite of a prototype? Like the full product? It should be called that now.
Full products, man.
I think it becomes Mega Man in that case.
Oh hell yeah!
But we're not allowed to use that because of copyright.
Yeah, true. All right. Yeah.
And Vasilii, you were also just sort of preparing. You said you had some resources you wanted. Please elaborate.
Well, when you think about it, rocks, stones exist in a state of flow, and so, what did all stones early in their life cycle turn out to be?
I don't know. You tell me.
Bigger stones.
Other stones?
Mineral. I don't think you can de-evolve something that's not organic. Can you?
Magma.
Oh, that's smart. And you can't actually do inorganic, right? Because you did it with the wood, I think. And we mentioned locks. Wait, that's actually kind of... You'd have to touch it for a real long time, though. Like a real
Also,
long
what benefit
It
would you
is
get from this?
Darnell, I hate to say
by
this.
definition, you are standing next to the magma.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe this is its final devolution.
Vasilii
Has
creates
been
the
done.
magma.
You are killing yourself if you're making magma right now.
Vasilii
But also, it is Darnell. I hate to say this. It is very late to put in this weakness to his stand. He has been de-evolving things in an instant for a while now.
He makes the magma and then he pours water on it, right? And then he gets his diamond pickaxe and makes another portal for us to sneak in.
Is this a fucking dwarf fortress?
So there are suits for magma, but I don't think it lets you touch magma. You can just kind of be near it to collect samples. But if you had an iron bucket...
If you did have an iron bucket.
I refer to JoJo physics as my defense in this
Actually,
case.
Vasilii, if he de-evolved Mount Rushmore, could make things right. You know what I mean? Like, he could sort of undo that
Certainly
damage.
could do the whole thing.
Yeah, he could
I feel like that's going into crazy diamond territory.
Turn it back into a normal rock.
Only crazy diamond can fix America's colonial past.
We keep trying to turn his stand into crazy diamond. That's not what it does.
Anyway, sorry. You had some stuff you wanted to do. Stigma, I didn't mean to interrupt it.
So, are you getting buckets of magma?
I was thinking more like he just has like a lot of rocks on his body to like lob at people, but that went further than I expected.
Okay, so your thinking is like turning these rocks into like magma grenades, essentially. Then,
Basically.
I like that.
He's gonna infuse them with the spin.
And then after the battle, we're like, wow, Vasilii, why weren't you using that the whole time? And then he like smirks leaning against the wall and we see his hands are all melted. And he's like, I had to go all out for you guys. And he dies from melted hands.
Yeah.
He's choking on like the fumes from the magma.
Yeah, like the least.
He later died of a cold.
Oh no, the Toto hand! Yeah, that's what it would look like. Oh, that'd be cool. All right.
Okay, well, with that, you've got a little bit of time before the final briefing. So, Chelsea, you've enlisted the assistance of Sergeant O.
Yes.
To get you to where your son is for a potentially last visit. We don't know how this will go.
Yeah, I wanna see James.
So the two of you are driving through Sergeant O's sort of stand tunnel in a little car of requisitions. He's driving as you prepare yourself for this emotional occasion.
Sergeant O, do you have any kids?
Of course I do. Yeah, fella like me, he's got a family at every port. Well, one port, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I guess. She kind of hugs her knees in the seat, looking out the window. It's only a black tunnel, but it's easier than making eye contact during the conversation.
Quite nice walls, to be fair.
James, he was always... He was a good dad. He always... I know he only knew him when he was young, but it was like he always knew the right thing to do, Ever since
James.
Ever since I've joined Good Trouble, Good Trouble's been taking care of my son because I was afraid that if I was around him, something bad would happen. But I mean, it's been so long. I've only seen him on holidays. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. I mean, this might be the last time I see him.
What are you supposed to say? What do you want to say?
I want to tell him I love him.
Then do it. Who's stopping you?
I don't know. You're right. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it.
What do you want to do? This is my philosophy on life. What you do is find the point on the scale where you don't care at all about how you're perceived, and then dial up just like 1%, and that's the ideal living ratio.
The ideal living ratio. Is that
It's 1% self-image.
1% self-image? Yeah, okay. I'll give it a shot. Thanks, Sergeant.
No problem. That is my first name, after all.
I hope after all this they promote you back to Major.
What do you mean?
Well, you used to be Major when we first met you.
Oh, that was a joke. Wait.
What was
This is, this isn't like a military rank, right?
Why are you called Sergeant O then?
That's my name.
Your name is Sergeant?
My first name is Sergeant.
Oh.
Please, Major O is my father.
I was going to say, because Major's like a person's name almost. But Sergeant, that's interesting. Well, Sergeant.
The O stands for Ogdiggery.
Ogdiggery. Wow.
Yes.
You're raising a lot of death flags right now. I'm learning too much about you.
Well, I can't die. It'll be a time paradox.
He pulls out like a photo of his fiance. I'm getting married next month.
He knows when he dies, so he's like taking as many death flags as possible.
I exist in part 3, so canonically, no matter what I do, I can't die. He doesn't realize it's an alternate universe created by the Time Roaches.
He hold on to the chasing us down the tunnel.
That would be a fucking hell of a twist. If all along this did not have to be canon compliant.
Because of the Time Roaches?
Looks like we're here.
Yeah.
This actually takes place after part 3.
What does the safe house look like?
So as he comes to the end of the tunnel and sort of screeches to a halt, you see a wooden door before you. The tunnel terminates in a wall with a wooden door right in the centre. We have some surveillance pictures, so I dropped her in the bathroom.
Right, thanks. She's shaking visibly.
Maybe knock first.
Right. She reaches for the pills in her pocket for a moment, hand shaking, but ends up putting them back. And with a deep breath, she approaches the door and knocks.
There's no response.
She's gonna slowly open it up, step inside.
So you come out in the shower of a bathroom, an empty bathroom. And the door out of the bathroom is ajar. You can see sort of a hallway beyond, messy carpet beneath, and the sounds of cartoons on a television. Bugs Bunny in one of his usual hijinks.
I approach the sound of the television.
So as you sort of come into the hallway and turn your head through this sort of doorway, the open way into the sort of sitting room, you can see the TV. Indeed, Looney Tunes is playing on the TV. And facing away with it on the floor, his back to you, is the back of what can only be your son.
Immediately, she thought she was ready, but the tears start to come, and she takes a moment just watching him for a few minutes and trying to compose herself. To the best of her ability, she wipes the tears from her eyes, tries to look somewhat presentable, and she goes to sit down, crisscross applesauce next to him, and she turns to look at him. She goes, hey, Jimmy.
He sort of starts at Sandy voice. He was fully engrossed in that TV. Looks at you and then double takes and looks at you again. Mom?
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to come by and see you. Thought I'd surprise you a little bit.
It's not a holiday or anything. Is everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's okay.
Do you need me to call Mr. Jameson? He's talking about the person who's been there.
No.
Keeping him safe for you.
You don't need to call Mr. Jameson. I just wanted to say that I know it's been a little bit hard for you.
Are you coming home?
She catches in her throat for a moment, and perhaps against her better judgment, she says, That's actually why I came to see you. Mommy's gonna be away on a job for a little bit. And when this job's over, I'm gonna be spending a lot more time with you. Okay.
Said that already.
This time we're gonna live together like a family. This will be the last time that I'm away. But
Should promise.
of course. And she slowly, almost hesitantly, puts a hand on his cheek. She says, "I just want you to know, no matter what, that I love you so much, more than anything."
He sort of hesitates for him, but comes in and hugs you as well.
She reciprocates the hug and just for a long while holds him, probably more for herself than him. And when they finally break, she says, "Do you want me? I have to get going, but do you want me to like maybe make you lunch or something before I go?"
He doesn't actually respond to you at first. He's like looking to the left of you slightly.
Oh, fuck.
As you do look up, you do see when you came in, you could see like through the windows past the TV, just sort of the cul-de-sac suburban street outside. Now you realise you can see pitch blackness outside. And it is not nighttime. You know it's not nighttime. And as your son is looking past you, you hear him go, "Dad?"
Slowly, like a horror movie, she freezes up and turns her head over her shoulder.
And you see, looming over the two of you in the doorway is sort of the half decomposed, half revived body of your husband, James Dagger. He's standing there looking down at you with milky, marblish eyes.
Immediately, protectively, she sort of rises to her feet and kind of puts an arm over him, takes a step forward. It's not aggression, maybe fear, confusion, relief, despair, all at once, kind of. She's not really sure where she is on the map right now. Manel circles through her head as she can't even say words. She just kind of looks at him expectantly, like she's waiting for him to say something.
As a family. He sort of echoes the words that you said a few minutes ago to your son, as if trying to sort of comprehend them. And as he says it a third time, "Live together as a family." He opens your mouth and you can see his teeth bird, as if to come in for a bite.
Jimmy?
Yeah?
I need you to close your eyes for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Just watch the TV. And she's going to manifest the shovel and swing.
Okay, as you do that, you see something manifest out of James as well. Your I don't know. Is he your ex-husband technically?
Well,
are you still married?
We never divorced. He died.
What death did you part?
I don't know how that works legally. I think she would consider him her husband, but I guess legally might be ex-husband.
Okay. And as you to bring out your stand or the shovel part of it, he seems to bring out his or what has become of it. It's this his shadow warps until it's not his shadow, but like a thin, withered tree. The branches like spreading out to fill the space, and almost like a spider web. Like the shadow as well sort of like protrudes out the ground, becoming three-dimensional. As all these black branches lunging at you as well in this moment. He's sort of counter-attacking as you're going to hit him, so he's accepting the hit.
Ooh, all right. So now we roll. What do I roll for this?
So you're just trying to hit him in the head?
I'm just trying to protect my son, which I argue gives me an advantage based on my life philosophy.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So this is like... Okay, I'll let you do protect then if that's what you're going for.
Yeah. Let me see.
He's going to go for a strike.
Quick.
Protect is speed and durability.
Thank you.
And that'll be against his strike. Well, you're hitting him. His strike is going to... Well, do you actually even need to roll if he's going to counterattack?
Yeah, because he has to get above my attack to hit me as well.
Ah, right. And then he's going to go for his power and precision for a strike here.
Ooh, only 2 successes for me. So if he gets above that, he hits me.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, he gets his hit
Ooh.
off. So we both are 2-3, unless he has more than 3.
Yeah, and so and he is also on 2-3. So as you strike him in the head, and his head sort of jerks to the side, you didn't quite get the braining blow you were going for against the zombie. His head just sort of snaps to the side. At the same time, his shadow bursts out of the ground. All these thin branches lunges at you, like stabs through your shoulder and impales you against the wall, basically, holding you in place.
Heavy thud.
Cries your son. Seems he could not remain fixed on Looney Tunes while this was happening.
Keep watching the TV! Just
keep watching. And his head sort of like his interest has shifted from you slightly towards your child.
Oh no. She will not abide
together as a family.
What does he do in his turn, you sick fuck?
He raises a hand, and you can see shadows. Like, these are the shadows that have been transporting the better angels for a long time, basically. Anytime you saw them like come out of a wall or just appear somewhere, they've been using your husband's zombie as the transportation. He's been the Sergeant O, essentially. And you see that your son begins sinking into the shadow, as if being absorbed by it, stolen away, essentially.
Oh, fuck no. Counterattack.
Okay. So he's going for a restrain here against your son.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and counter this then.
Yeah, I'm going to try and stop that however I can.
Okay, so he's doing restrain. How are you going to try and prevent him from doing this then?
So he's like sinking into the shadows, right?
Yeah.
So Ludo manifests and he's going to like grab Jimmy because she's kind of come to terms with Ludo and like pull him away from the shadows. So maybe like a race or a protect or something.
Yeah, if you want to do either one, whichever you would prefer then.
Okay.
And because you are still protecting yourself, you get that advantage.
Pluck and speed. Let's see. What are my pluck and speed? My pluck and speed are the same as my protect, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. And this is his restrain here that I'm rolling.
1, 2, 3 successes for me. I think he only got 2.
Yeah, so you manage to sort of materially stand and pull James up under the shoulders, like holding up a cat, basically, with your stance.
Ooh.
And his feet are sort of dangling above the liquid shadow.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
So Ludo's preoccupied. She loves her husband, obviously, but he's clearly gone. And she says, "You don't touch him!" And then she shouts, "Memento!" And that shadow that appeared sort of when they were raiding that media company comes out from underneath her and lashes towards him.
So every time that horrible giggling fills the air, like bouncing off the wall, like vibrating the glass, it's gleeful to finally be let out sort of voluntarily rather than leaking out, essentially.
Yeah, I fully...
And you can see, as it sort of moves across the room, you see the TV splutter out and break, you see the mirror break, you see just sort of shatter, basically. You see everything that could go wrong in the room. A cuckoo clock sort of stops. The painting falls off the wall. The couch there's a water couch. It starts to deflate.
Oh.
Everything, all sort of manners of misfortune fill the room.
Hell yeah. And what do I roll? I'm not sure if I have the stats or where that was.
I can get them for you. Give me one memento. Sorry about this.
No, you're good. This is about to be a shadow v shadow fight. And put them in the general chat or the rolls if you don't mind.
I will.
Because I won't be able to access our DMs while recording.
Yeah, don't want people seeing those.
Yeah, they're evil.
So they are now in the general chat. There you go.
Thank you. Ooh, all right. So what should I roll on Memento?
Well, what is it you're trying to do? Like, attack directly? Or...
Basic. So Ludo, right, is grabbing my son and like holding him and keeping him safe. So now I'm fighting with Memento in this battle. However that works, it's like all instinct. So whatever you think.
Yeah, so it's a two-dimensional shadow, two glowing white eyes, but it's very much a flat thing, except for these bone, these jet white ribs that are just sort of like protruding three-dimensionally from its like torso, and it's sort of clicked together like mandibles almost. So there's some biting action you could maybe do if you're interested.
Sure. What kind of action you said?
Biting with its ribs.
Yeah, she's gonna fucking bite and try and rip his like arms or his stomach open or something violent like that.
Right. Okay. So that'll be a cripple then from you.
All right. So let me see what
Wit and power.
Wit and power. So my wit is 5 and my power is 3. Any advantages?
I will say yes because you're still trying to protect here. And he's also going to try and protect himself. His like a barrier of his like shadow branches is rising up to protect him, so he's going to be using speed and durability.
Nice. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Okay, and let's see how this goes then. Very nice.
Ooh. Yeah.
So the shield of branches comes up, but Memento, even though you don't quite instruct it to do this, it very much has a degree of freedom still. You see it like twist around itself almost into like a rope and slip through the barrier before seizing your husband's arm and tearing it off bodily, taking like a good chunk of his torso with it as well. As you see entrails and rotted viscera drop to the floor, as Memento, like a fucking dog, is just like a dog with a toy, just sort of spraying blood everywhere as it mauls what it's managed to tear off.
Fuck yeah. And she's just like hatefully glaring now. Very menacing aura protruding. That's it for my turn. Is he at 1 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Your move.
Right, okay. And as he sees that his defenses aren't working, he can't grab the boy, you're interfering. You are target number 1 here. He just charges forward, like smashes through his own shield, basically, ignoring its presence, and just sort of charges directly at you, mouth open, remaining arm outstretched, leaving like big chunks of his innards behind him as he goes. And he's basically trying to go for a impulse here, or cripple. He's going to try and smash into you, actually neutralize. Who's going to go for?
Chelsea sort of looks like hateful, but a tear dripping from her eye. I'm going to spend 3 luck for a flashback. The narrator forgot a detail you choose and retcons it in.
So what detail did I forget?
And I say, oh, James, you always were so clumsy. And presumably use Memento. And in my defense, I don't know if that would give me an advantage or what that is mechanically, but like basically make him try to trip as he comes at me.
It will give him a disadvantage, I'll say.
Sure. So what do I roll to like make him fall as my defense? And like I'm not counterattacking, but just like that's flavory how I'm defending.
That's the Mementos. I would say maybe finesse or bamboozle.
Finesse or bamboozle. So bamboozle is wit and menacing, which is pretty good, and then finesse is speed and precision. Definitely going to do wit and menacing.
Right, okay. So, and you notice it, this action is taken. It does not seem like the most efficient action your husband could have taken either. He's not playing to his strengths here.
Some part of him still fighting.
Exactly, yeah. And you've done it by a ridiculous amount. You succeeded there.
Man.
As you see, he charges forward. Like Memento raises up to protect you. He passes through it, like passing through a barrier. And as he's moving towards you, you can see like everything that could go wrong in his like physical structure begins to go wrong. Joints snap. Parts of his body, like fingers, start breaking off. He basically starts disintegrating as he's running towards you. And like he's grasped towards you with his remaining hand, but he doesn't like go to like scratch you. Like the hand like goes to your cheek before it can quite make contact. It disintegrates away, and the body is just dust that blows past you. And the shadows out the window, the shadows in the room, they all just fade as the sunlight returns.
And she sort of sobs, like a quiet heaving sob for a while. She says, I'm so sorry. But I've already lost you. I can't lose him.
And without a word, your son runs up and pulls you into another hug.
Yeah. And I take him and I go, don't worry. It's okay now. You're safe. Run a hand through his hair. Said, like, don't worry. Once I come back, it's all going to be better. You and me, we're going to be together.
Promise? He asks again.
I promise.
And with that, we will move forward again to the operation. You were all on your way to the operation. We're going to sort of switch between you on your way there and like a little flashback to the briefing, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so
I
you're
did
all...
get an idea doing that. I was holding off.
Absolutely. Tell me about it, please, by all means.
Yeah, no, it'll make sense why this would ruin the mood if I posted mid Chelsea.
Oh, I thought you were calling Chelsea mid, though.
No. As in, like, this is very tonally distant from like the serious Chelsea stuff, which is why I was waiting.
Okay, but yeah, so maybe.
Wait, what? Hold on, let me check. What did you post?
It's like, there's
Okay, so
like
obviously,
you were
the
thinking
Cold War.
about?
I love that Vasilii had become like Ben 10 at this point.
Yeah, that is literally a Ben 10 alien.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Wait, I don't know if it's specifically.
it's in Ben 10 Alien Force.
Jet Ray, right?
Yeah. Hold on, let me pull up Jet Ray and the GIFs. I'll prove it.
Vasilii was a normal kid until it did what it did, or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's literally a Ben 10 alien.
Well, you know, we said
It
once.
kind of
before
looks
we
like a
can say it
stand, to
again.
be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
Great
most Ben
minds
10
think
aliens
alike.
do.
But yes, you're all in this truck. Basically, a whole like convoy is heading through Sergeant O's stand tunnel. I don't want to say Sergeant O's tunnel because that sounds like something else. But you're here, like all bunched together with the Hush soldiers, the Good Trouble operatives, as you hurtle down the tunnel towards the part of Mount Rushmore that your sort of entrance point will be, and we'll sort of swoosh back to the briefing, basically, as Neil has you all gathered before this giant projector. To summarise, we'll be making our entrance as soon as we can. Sergeant O, his stand allows him to create tunnels, but it has to be places that he has seen. Photos do work like this, but the majority of the photos we have are for the Mount Rushmore Visitor Centre, so that is where you'll be making your entrance.
Understood.
It's highly likely that our enemies have also made preparations for this day. We have received reports 2 hours ago that there's some kind of incident underway at Mount Rushmore. Apparently, this is an unsubstantiated report, but apparently people are turning to stone, though. We don't know what's causing it, but I wager it's some kind of stand ability. So, we've prepared uniforms for you, sort of points to what you've seen the Hush guys wearing. These are sort of like leather cloaks and fatigues that sort of cover your body entirely.
Okay.
We believe that exposure to sunlight is what's causing the adverse effects, so these will protect you from the effects of the sunlight. So, I want to summarize, don't take these off when you're exposed to the sun for any reason. Do you understand?
Absolutely, sir.
So, we'll be dropping off right inside the visitor center, and we don't know for sure again, but it is likely that you will encounter resistance the instant the operation begins. So, remember, your objective is to get into the bunker, destroy the controls they intend to use to activate the the Skylab satellites. And bear me 1 second while I mute my microphone. Hi, sorry about that. So yes, you're likely to encounter resistance the second the operation begins, so be ready. You're all equipped with weaponry, and your objective, of course, is to get inside the bunker and destroy the controls they would use to communicate with the satellites. As long as they don't have that, they can't do anything.
Roger that. Anything else we need to know? Any new enemies or assailants we're unaware of?
We don't
Can you
believe
repeat
so.
that last bit, Dan? The last thing you said.
Primary objective is to get into the bunker beneath Mount Rushmore and destroy the controls they'd be used to communicating with the satellites. So long as they don't have that, they can't do anything.
Right.
We don't believe, apart from the phenomenon I mentioned with people turning to stone in the vicinity of Mount Rushmore, there are no new stand user are aware of. You've mentioned there was this strange transforming fellow. It's possible this is his stand that's causing it. So we believe the better angels will be there in force.
We'll be ready for him. And I look to my teammates I've spent the last year and a half, 2 years with. I go, you boys ready?
Yeah.
Ready as we'll ever be.
I've kind of made peace with this being our last mission, so how about we all share a drink before we head off?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Right, and as we say that, we go back to the tunnel for a moment. We all hurtling through. You can see this light at the end of the tunnel growing closer and closer. And right before we go through, we go back to the base, basically. You've all sort of gathered somewhere. I don't know where you want to gather, like on the roof maybe, to have this beer, or somewhere just a bit more secluded.
We're in the anime school top roof.
What are you going to do when you graduate, Bats?
Bats actually comes up with some plastic bottled water. You guys got to check this out. It's bottled water. You ever have it?
They'll think of anything these days. No, toss it this way. I'll take one and drink.
It tastes good. Yeah, that'll be the plastic.
First person to get microplastics. You can feel something changing in my gut biome.
Your stand gets weaker.
Wait, this is the first time I've had water without lead in it.
Your stand gets stronger.
But
Remember when the gods-
that's the whole point, Chelsea.
Remember when Godzilla vs. Kong had a whole scene dedicated to conspiracy theories?
No.
I'm sorry,
Wait, which
I haven't
one?
seen that movie,
For
Jared.
some reason, I thought you
Godzilla.
meant like the original.
Godzilla vs. Kong has like a whole scene where like this guy goes on about conspiracy
I remember
theories.
that, where he's like the
And-
hologram,
and
and
he's
he's like,
like-
Hollow Earth's real.
He talks about like you get dumber because like the fluoride in the water or something.
I think Godzilla says it.
I wish.
Just so you guys know, I have zero intentions on dying here. I promised my son that after this, I'd be done with good trouble. So I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to give it my all, and I'm expecting the same.
Oh, I was just being morbid. I have no intentions of dying either.
Good, because I still want to hang out with you when we're all done. Give him a solid pat on the back.
I can't die either. I've still got unfinished business.
Driver?
I'm
I
not
can
making
die.
any promises.
Driver, like, I could die. Nah, I die.
Oh, wait. Quick question again. Wait, quick question. Wait,
Yes.
so to be clear, Vasili's father was not encountered last time?
No.
No.
Well, our
Okay.
original thought was that you would do a side mission to go see him, but you went to the Lost Continent or whatever instead.
Well, he went to Hollow Earth.
He was fighting the British.
Oh, sure.
Or
Does,
whatever,
does
sure.
MI6 have their own good trouble? Is it even worse?
Yeah, Micah Drag used to work for them.
All right. Man, it's funny. We've spent so much time together, through thick and thin, through the good times and the bad, and now that this might be our last time together, I can't think of anything to say.
Maybe there's nothing left to say.
That's sad to think about, but maybe you're right.
Well, Chelsea,
Yeah.
sorry for turning you into a fish.
You know what? I forgive you.
Hey, Vasilii. Bats takes the water bottle and opens his hands and he pours some of the water in it. Try devolving this.
He does so. What happens?
It
don't
looks
think-
visibly the same.
I don't think you can devolve water.
What was
There's no
it?
Isn't
visible
that the joke?
difference.
I wanted to see the microplastics.
Vasily fade into you.
Again, that's crazy diamond territory. And water does not evolve to have
Fade
plastics
into
in
you,
it.
Requiem undoes the universe until we're just initial atoms. Big-
Maybe he'd be turned to plastic back into oil, and then we get to see it in the water.
Oh yeah, and then it wouldn't mix.
Then we get
Maybe,
to be
yeah.
The water in your hands turns black and nauseous.
I was drinking that?
Whoa. I'll never drink bottled water again.
Guys, we have to tell people they can't, and then we all get shot in the head.
But you can't.
Neil walks in like, sorry, Chelsea.
But you can't drink the tap water either, because the fluoride will make you stupid.
You notice a red dot on Vasili's forehead.
Vasilii! Oh my god. Alright. Well, boys, maybe it's best if we just save our words for after this is all over then.
Right, okay, and we finally unflashback into the tunnel. I just want to say, I did say everyone was in the truck, but driver, would you be in the truck with everyone else? Are you like riding alongside the vehicles and your protomen, or?
I think I'd be in the truck with everyone else. Sure.
As I mentioned, you're all in these sort of like big plaid uniforms here to shield you from the sunlight. As Neil said, apparently in recent hours there's been an incident around Mount Rushmore where people have just been started turning to stone upon exposure to sunlight. So that's not something you want to occur.
Right.
I'm sure that's unrelated.
Yeah,
Wait, so why
it's
don't you go
actual
after
coincidence.
them
Someone else
again?
having stand battle.
Wait, so why don't we just go after them at night?
Someone else's stand battle?
Imagine we do part 5, and at the very end of part 5, it's revealed that one of our stands is causing this.
Sorry, Vasilii. I think you got interrupted there.
I said, why aren't we just going after them at night again?
Probably because we're very pressed for time.
All right. Just making sure.
Okay, and as you clear the light at the end of the tunnel, the truck sort of leaps out into the real world again, crashing through the sort of indoor section of the visitor centres, shattering the reception, and skidding to a halt right in the middle of like the foyer. You can hear Nikolai behind his sort of gas mask go, out, out, out! Everyone, get ready!
I, ready myself. Got Ludo behind me. I'm ready to fucking go.
Okay, and as you all sort of get out of the truck, it's you and a sort of a group of soldiers and operatives, basically. And you can see that outside this sort of indoor building, there's the outdoor section, like a long sort of courtyard sort of thing, through like a promenade. I don't know what the word for it is, I'm sorry. It's like where you walk down the buildings on either side, you know what I mean?
A lawn? The quad.
The quad, yeah. Like that, basically, and at the end of which there's sort of the beginning of the grasslands, and then the mountain rise up, and there's Mount Rushmore.
Cool.
And you can see, as said, all throughout this reception, all through this visitor center, you can see people, much like in this photo, but they're sort of frozen to stone, not even with expressions of shock and everything, like they got Dr. Stoned, basically, all of a sudden.
God damn.
There's even birds, like stone birds shattered on the ground everywhere.
I think Bats is going to go up to them and place his hand on one of the statues to see if it feels like stony or living or what.
It's made of stone, but you can feel like warmth. Whether that's residual warmth or sign that something's still alive in there, you can't quite say. So are you doing this in the building, or did you go out to look at one of these people, by the way?
In the building.
Okay.
I think what you should do, Vasilii, is maybe drag one of these people into like shadow and try and devolve and see if you can fix this.
Oh yes,
So
you see a strange man in a cloak, his face hidden, just dragging a guy into darkness.
Yeah. Well, stone guy.
For good reasons, of course.
Yeah. Can he...
Bats is going to warn him to be careful because, these things are obviously still alive.
Right.
You can certainly try, though, yeah. You were born free.
Yes. Free. He was born free into this world, and
Exactly.
so
Okay, so you're taking him out into a shadowy portion and try to devolve him?
Real quick, Jack, there's like
yeah.
a metallic clanging coming from your mic fairly loudly. Do you know what that is? Oh, thank you. Please continue.
Okay, so you sort of pick him up, because it's going to be difficult to drag him, sort of pop him down in sort of the dark part of the building, and you just go to devolve him. So his neutral expression remains as the rock clears off his skin, and he sort of resumes whatever sentence he was saying before he was frozen. I said to him, "You can't talk to me like that, buddy." What the hell? Who are you?
I'm Santa.
Oh, you're not Santa. I met him. He goes to
In the
run
mall.
from you. He goes to turn and run, but he's running towards the sunny part.
He
of the
was
building.
fat!
This guy goes back to being stone. Vasilii deactivates his ability.
Yeah, and he returns to stone, but he returns to stone like mid-step, and so like falls to the side and hits the ground.
Does he crack?
He does not.
Good.
Is it
I think
fixed
while
now?
he's
And
dragging...
just something else I want to note, Chelsea, you do not feel any like nearby corpses from these stone guys.
Gotcha. No, it's still ringing for some reason, Jack. I don't know what that is. It's like something hollow tapping.
Yeah, I have no
think
idea what
while,
that is. Hang on.
I think while dragging this guy back into the darkness, Vasilii mumbles, "See, so rock humans truly are the next stage in human evolution."
Speaking of which, Vasilii, can you roll for like intelligence here as sort of a perception check?
Sure. Just straight intelligence?
Well, intelligence is wit and reason.
Like reason. Wit and reason, right?
Yes, please. And before you roll, let me just tell you what it's going to be because I don't want to be accused of being later. It's a 2 you want for this.
Okay. Well, I already rolled, so...
Okay, so you already got it. So as you are dragging it, you do see some glint in his nostril as you're going towards him again, and you can if you sort of stop and angle your head, and you can see like protruding from his nostril is like the slightly writhing, undulating form of one of those paperclip rock insects you encountered previously. If you remember at the Deluxe Hotel, all of you were almost devoured by a swarm of paperclips. Like these rock insects. So it seems, from what you can see, Vasilii, that some of the stone bodies are sort of they're being used as traps with rock insects lurking inside them.
Is it fixed now, Darnell?
No. Are you like tapping your mic stand, or is there something?
I am not. No.
Do you guys hear it? I'm not crazy, right?
I do hear it. Yeah.
I can hear it, Darnell.
I wouldn't make a comment, but it is like fairly loud on the recording.
I'll switch over to my phone.
I
So,
think Vasilii will try and like... These things, he doesn't recall them being super durable, right?
No, they were only really dangerous because there were so many of them.
Right, this guy's gonna like...
Jingles, if you recall.
Remember that scene in part 3 where like a whole horse sticks his fingers up Polnareff's nose?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the attack?
This guy, Vasilii will use his stand with all its strength to like try and quickly dab at it in the nostril with fade into you while shouting, "Booger woogie."
I appreciate what you tried to do, even if it didn't all the way work.
I would say expel for that then, body and precision.
All right.
I'm glad that you're
that'll
getting
be
into
a,
JJK Stigma.
Another 2 for that one. What?
He got a
dear.
1, but consider that boogie wooger or booger woogie. Rather, sorry, is an epic move. So
There's no epic clause in the advantages section. I'm not doing
Is it
it.
I think
Of
Vasilii is
highly
being
smart?
true to himself here.
That's true.
In what way? By saying
in-
boogie,
in-
The
boogie.
most
very-
silly response to this.
This is a very in-character move, would you not say?
Oh, no, I'm not doing. You can't. There's a limit.
Wait,
There's a
do
limit.
you have? Hold on. Do you have luck? You can
Yeah.
spend luck to get advantage. You have 3 luck. You can spend 2 to get advantage before the roll.
But I already rolled.
Yeah. To do it post roll, you have to spend 4, which you don't have. Damn.
Okay. So as you say that sharp booger woogie, and your stand puts its fingers up this stone gentleman's nostrils, you misjudge the angle just slightly and like hit the side of his nostrils there as your fingers go inside. But that's the least of your concerns, because a second later, you see countless paper clips flow out of the man's nostrils, covering your stand's arm. And you can see all over this courtyard outside, stone bodies begin shuddering as more rock insects pour out of the orifices and begin flowing towards the visitor center.
And I forget, what's the equivalent of the turnaround again? I need to look it up. I know there's a thing.
What are you referring to
I
specifically?
think like a look roll.
There's
or a look-
overposing and
The thing you can do afterward to say like, oh, this is actually my plan all along. I forgot what it's
Flashback?
called. I think it's a thing.
Yeah, it's look burn, I think.
You can, that's So flashback for 3, you can say the narrator forgot a detail, which is what I did against Chelsea's husband earlier. 1 lets you edit your action or reaction after hearing the enemies before they roll. 2 adds an advantage pre-roll. 4 adds an advantage.
Okay. Can I try? Okay. Here's my
You can do a
gambit.
Yeah.
Now, you see, this is why Vasilii was actually, high IQing the whole time. Because, now we're all over his body where we can't dodge, and do you know what animal Vasilii might have eaten that would give him an advantage here?
I have to point out that gambits have to be established ahead of time.
I think how it works is it's 0 if established ahead of time. Otherwise, Tan decides the cost.
Is that how it works?
Tell me about your plan. Tell me about your plan, and give me the supporting evidence for your plan.
What if he ate a porcupine?
Okay, I'm gonna say this is good. This will be a flashback.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
So that will be 3 temp. I don't know if you have that.
He has exactly that. Then he's out of temp luck for the session.
If you want to do that, you can do that, certainly.
I will do it. I don't care if it's pragmatic or not.
Okay, so as the paper clips, the jingle jangle jingles flow out of this body and sort of cover your own, and are about to begin like feasting upon you, Vasilii. A smirk tugs at your lip, and from every inch of your skin, a spine bursts out, like precision impaling each and every one of these tiny silver worms. And as the spines retract, they just drop to the ground all dead.
Wasn't there a zombie with this power in part 2?
Yeah, it was Vasilii.
I think so. Oh no, it was one of his dad's zombies, actually.
It was one of the zombies that tried to attack Lisa, and then she
I
killed
remember.
him.
Yeah. Then
he's in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think as these rock insects are defeated, Vasilii will do a pillar man pose before, I'm guessing, it fades to what the others are doing.
Well, yeah, like the ones that were covering you are impaled, but as I said, the ones that like more a horde of paper clips have flowed from the ones outside and are surging towards the building here.
Hey, you know what would be really effective against rock people or paper clips?
What?
Big wave of magma to melt them all.
I'm sure it would be.
Vasilii.
I think you'll use all your best moves at the start.
Yeah, I'm ready. Do we roll the initiative? Or are we doing set initiative? Sorry.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, who wants to go in? Oh, Dean has to be RB, so we can put him at the end of initiative. So maybe something like, assuming the bugs are all one big swarm. Bugs, driver, bugs.
Think of these as like little metal piranhas, essentially.
Bugs, Vasilii, bugs, Chelsea, bugs, Dune, and then Dune can go at the very end. Like that.
Okay, looks good.
I don't know why I put Dune instead of his character's name or alias.
Okay, I've been trying to fix the mic thing. What's going on before I make any decisions?
So
sorry, go ahead.
Warrock insects, the little paperclips ones, are pouring through all these stone bodies. Vasilii managed to dispatch the ones that were trying to get him directly, but the rest are like a tidal wave of hungry little rock insects is heading towards the visitor center right now.
Okay. My go-to solution for rock insects is probably going to be water related. Is there like any sort of, where are we exactly? Remind me.
You're like in the indoor sections of the visitor center. The truck sort of crashed out of Sergeant Pepper's tunnel into the middle of reception. So you're like in the reception area, basically. Right quick, outside is the outdoor portion.
You said water related, right?
Yeah, we can activate the sprinkler system.
That, or I was also going to say, didn't bats just bring all this bottled water, this fancy new bottled water?
That's so true. I mean, that's not a lot of water, but that's so true.
We activate the spring
it's not
source.
the size of the water, it's what you do with it.
Okay, that kind of got me.
I think it matters a lot if you're trying to drown something.
If only we had a super
But anyways.
soaker. Oh, can you project a super soaker? Do you have a super soaker recorded for whatever reason?
I could probably modify the recording of a gun.
Beautiful.
He could invent
Anyway,
the super soaker.
I'm going to with Proto Men, I'm going to target a fire alarm, and I'm going to try and trigger it.
Right, okay.
Because I'm trying to get like the sprinklers to rain down on these rock guys.
So you're just going for the nearest sort of fire alarm.
Yeah.
Are you making one? Sorry. You're locating it and just doing it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's an intelligence then. So this isn't really opposed to anyone in particular, but I'll say that's a 2 for that.
Do I get an advantage for being smart?
You do. You do.
What?
Yes,
Why?
you do. Yes, you do. Hello?
We lost him.
What? Me? Who?
No.
I hear you now, don't worry.
Yes, you do. You do have an advantage.
Let's see, wit and reason.
That's right, yes. Yeah, so you got that. So your standard Transformers style detaches from the bike form and becomes humanoid, leaps up to like the second story. There's like a little balcony overlooking the rest of the place, and punches the fire alarm here. You hear an ear screeching alarm go off before the sprinklers activate, sending like water down upon the reception. And as the flood of rock insects like cross from the outside to the inside, they recoil as the water hits them, and parts of the members begin to crumble into rock, and they take a hit from that. So that is a 2 out of 3 for rock or insects. But however, even as the rain is coming down and sort of disintegrating some of their members, there are so many of them that is not necessarily stopping them entirely. One operative of Good Trouble, like, he's sort of got his machine gun out, he's sort of spraying bullets down into the floor before him where the rock insects are gathering. But again, there's so many of them that it's still enough to like lash out, like get him by the leg and drag him into the mass, basically. You hear him scream for a second, and that's all you hear from him. And you do not see him again.
All right, testing. Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay.
Did you find out what was causing it then?
I guess I just needed to restart my PC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I hear it.
I don't hear it.
Oh, great.
It's like a metallic, like a hollow, like metal water bottle sound of like it clanking something.
There is nothing here that could be causing it physically,
Is your mic
so it must be
cord
something
like
wrong with.
tapping against something?
Are you sure it's Jack's
It
mic?
just went really rapid. It was like doo doo doo.
Oh, I know that phone call.
Yeah,
Ringtone.
I've got nothing that could be causing it physically, so it must be something wrong with the mic itself.
But you're sure it's coming from Jack's?
Yeah, it keeps lighting up.
Right. Anyway, it's quiet enough. Vasilii, it seems that they've got like your scent here from when they tried to eat you, so because they're going for you again. As a bunch of these rock insect paperclip worms sort of launch out the mass like a shotgun blast, aiming at your face. Basically, they want some of your nose and cheeks if possible.
Okay, so Tan, it's been established that to an extent, Fate into You operates not solely on, acrobiology, but also Vasili's perception of it, right?
Yeah.
And thus, in his mind, hedgehogs and porcupines aren't that different, yeah?
Okay. Well, I assume they have a common ancestor, I would think.
Therefore, he will, try and, spin forwards like a certain, like a sonic force.
Okay, so hold on, that's a whole different thing. So
regardless,
you have
he's
devolved
ducking.
into Sonic the Hedgehog, is what you're
No,
telling me.
no. He's not. No, he's not changing his body any further. But he's got
Well,
spines
you're
all over his
spiky and you
body.
can roll around. I'll give you that.
Yes. He's gonna try and do that at high speeds, and even if he fails, he'll still have ducked his head to a safe spot while his spines along his back will catch these incoming stone insects.
Okay, I would say that's protecting because you're protecting yourself. So speed and durability here against the menacing and power because they're trying to overkill and like eat your facial features.
All right. Speed and durability. I don't like this.
Okay.
Wait, do I like this?
You lucky son of a bitch. So it's an equal one, so I don't think so. They like get onto your face, but you managed to like twist your body enough that not so many got on your face enough to like fully eat your face, but you can feel them nibbling there. Not enough to like do significant damage, but enough to strike fear into perhaps your heart. As bugs are quite literally eating your face right now. And with that, we go to your turn.
I mean, I don't think there's much to do besides get these bugs off. Therefore, he will attempt to roll so fast we have no choice but to fly off at high speeds.
Okay, so you're trying to like dislodge them basically by moving really fast.
Yes. That'd be speed and body?
Yes, I'd say it's
Is
a
his
maneuver
body?
there. Speed and body, yeah,
Okay.
sure. And they're going to try and sort of hold on basically withstand.
All right. Oh. Seems the wet dog maneuver is a. Oh wait, hold on.
Wait.
It had 5
Oh, yes, the
successes.
wet dog maneuver.
You had enough.
Had 8.
Yeah, so you overpose it.
Yeah, tell me how you fucking own these bugs with your roll technique.
Well, you see, half a century after Vasili's birth, there would come this famous dog born in the land of Japan, right?
Right?
I'd like to remind
And
everyone, when this
upon us-
campaign started, he said his character was like 28.
Anyways, well, according to you.
Vasilii is of age ambiguous.
Anyways, half a century after his birth, this dog, this Japanese, I forgot what the breed is called, Ainu?
Shiba Inu?
Or like,
Shiba Inu?
Yeah, that's what, there would be something called a GIF of its
It's
head
Inu.
rotating, right?
Inu.
Okay. The gif of it doing its thing.
I'm trying to, hold on, I'm actually just trying to find it right now.
Oh my god. I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, yeah, okay, do you know what I'm talking about?
I can imagine it. I don't know the specific gif.
Me smirking smugly even. I can imagine anything. Smugging smirkly, Jesus Christ.
Smug Smirkly is like a ace attorney witness.
Anyway,
Okay.
Shiba Inu.
Shiba Jailbreaker.
Yes, I think, he will, leap forwards, rotating at such high drill-like speeds that these
So you're
all
like a
fly
drill?
off him, and they splatter against the walls as he drills through the air.
So you drill through the air and you dislodge the ones that the jingle jangle jingles were on you. It's not enough that they go flying off. They fly off at such speeds that like bullets slamming into the rest of the horde and opening great swaths of it.
It's like that fucking scene with Toji where he like kicks up the rocks and starts tapping them.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But with bugs, hitting other bugs.
Okay, and with that we go back to the bugs. As they are they're still surging into the visitor centre, slowed down by the rain and the damage that Vasilii has done. And growing very scarce at this point. There's big holes in the horde. As they seem actually to sort of retreat back now as a whole, rather than proceeding any further. And they're sort of scurrying off into the woodlands.
I won't allow it if I can stop it. May I make an attempt?
How do you want to stop them?
I'm gonna have
Absolutely.
Ludo do.
They're going to try and race here.
I'm gonna have Ludo do a star suck.
You gonna eat them?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna star suck and chomp him up with his teeth. All right, what would that be?
Overkill, maybe.
Sure. That's
menacing and power.
Menacing. Okay.
Yeah, not against their race, their plucking speed or equivalent.
Okay. Ooh. Odds aren't good. Ooh. I can't remember in ties if attacker or defender wins. I think attacker wins, but I don't remember.
Well, they're running away, so they're not even attacking. So they did lose their killer resolve.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Nom.
As it's perhaps not the best meal that Ludo's ever had, because they are carnivorous and they're trying to eat him as they go down his throat. But eventually, just chomp them all down and clear this first sort of area of the threat that is already. And you do see, as they are sort of scattered and devoured, the skeleton remaining of that one good trouble operative who got pulled into the horde.
That was my favorite operative. That was Doyne Pexter.
Doyne Pexter.
Yeah, I liked him.
What if that was so fucked? It was like, oh, that was Poindexter, by the way.
No, this is Doyne Pexter, the much more likable alternative.
And with that, the combat comes to an end for this first encounter here.
I think Vasilii has a look on his face as he begins to realize, not right now, but eventually that his fighting style is basically just Year 5.
He will realize in decades to come.
Yeah,
he's gonna point at the TV like that one gif of Leonardo, like, hey.
Yeah, he's like, wait.
They stole that. Do we keep our hurts for this whole arc, or with those we go for?
You will have opportunities to recover, but until you specifically take a moment to recover, they will remain.
I say we push on. We should save our short
chug
rest.
jugs and shield potions scattered around.
Yeah, that's what the water bottles are. Chug jug.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
by the way,
drink the green ones, then the blue ones.
I just realized that the porcupine quills produce a bunch of tiny holes in Vasilii's anti-sunlight coat.
You should also know that the porcupine quills.
If that is the case, Vasilii, do know that the little tiny bits of your skin that ring exposed, you can feel them hardened to stone there.
Yeah. Also, you should know that porcupine quills are poisonous, I believe.
They're already dead. So
Porcupine.
yeah, the porcupine doesn't get poisoned.
No, I know, but I mean, if one of us or someone touches them while you're trying to help, you could hurt them badly beyond just a little poke.
Damn! If only he knew enough about porcupines to recognize this.
One of the old fellow operatives is rubbing his arm. You got me back there. Don't worry though, we're still comrades.
Well, interestingly enough, do the spines turn to stone or just his human skin?
Well, when he did the spines, he was inside, and then I believe he retracted them. Is that right?
I believe he is still walking around as a spine human.
Okay, well, if you walk outside with the spines out in the sunlight, they will turn to stone.
Oh, so now you're locked in.
Okay.
You've got
Wait,
spike
can he retract the stone one and
you
draw it out again, or
you cannot naturally?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you have to lock in now as Stoneman. All right, so progressing forward, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, get it.
Okay, so as you step out of the visitor center, and the hush and good trouble sort of fan out, you can see this entire place filled with stone frozen tourists. Some of them that had the rock insect sort of stuffed inside them are just have been destroyed by them emerging. Some people are just their faces, heads have been hollowed out. Some people after the bugs exploded out are just sort of legs at this point with chunks of rock surrounding them. So not everyone is making it out of this, obviously. And you can see down the quad here, right at the end, you see the four faces of Mount Rushmore looking down at you. And you know that in the caves beneath Mount Rushmore is this bunker that you're here to sort of get into and destroy, essentially. So that is your destination.
Let's do it. As we travel, I'm just gonna... Is there a way we can kind of try and stealth this a little bit?
Well, you certainly could. This is a big, open area, so maybe you could, not walk down the middle of it. You could.
Yeah, I know we're a team of operatives, but as much as we can, if there's a stealth roll we could make to maybe try and get some sort of a jump on our next group of enemies.
Yes, absolutely. So you
there
can try and
is a
stick to like the
stealth
shadows
body
here.
reason. Would we all roll or
Yeah,
just one?
well, anyone who's going to be trying the stealth routes can try that maybe.
Body and reason. What's our DC?
So you, DC here. Well, give me a second. Let me just say because it'll be against an intelligence here.
Okay, I'll just roll that raw. This is my. Oh, whoops, wrong kind of roll. Ooh, okay, I got 2 successes.
So the intelligence roll does have advantage, I'll have to say.
Ooh, and yet they still. Oh wait, that was Vasili's roll. Ooh, and yet still only 2 successes from them. But 1 on Vasilii.
Okay, so Chelsea has not been seen. Is anyone else going stealth ways or?
Jack, Dune.
Yeah, sure. I'll do this stealth thing. Sorry, I'm still trying to fix the mic thing.
It's all right. It's if anything, it's at least if it's still around. I haven't heard it in a bit.
Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
No, I'm on my phone right now. That's why I'm not hearing it.
Okay. Dune, are you doing?
What do you want me to roll?
I'm just.
Stealth. If you're stealthing, anyone who's stealthing, stealth roll.
Okay, but what do you want me to roll?
Stealth is
body reason.
I think you're looking to be a 2 here.
Can I use? I just remembered I have Proto Men's cloaking ability.
Oh, absolutely. You can use that on everyone if you like to give them all retroactive advantages.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh,
I'll use that.
So is that an
Vasilii
advantage?
clutched up. What did you say, dude?
Is that an advantage on top of my
yes.
roll? Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so you'll bunker down.
Yeah, we just need
and manage.
Jack's roll still.
Oh, sorry.
That's body and reason, right?
That's right.
What?
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. We did it.
That's you're stealthy as shit. Yeah, so you get your optic camouflage over everyone. The entire group, all the other soldiers and operatives as well, are all invisible. It was an impressive bit of stand work, as you don't even need to really sneak because you're all invisible. You can just proceed down the middle of this quad cautiously, weaving through the frozen tourists and advancing towards the Mount Rushmore itself. And as you approach, you do see at first, driver, the glint of light from atop the head of Abraham Lincoln, and you recognize this from your experience as a sniper's scope.
He doesn't see us yet, right?
There's no sign that whoever this is sees you now.
If we might fuck ourselves if we miss, but if anyone has a long enough range attack, like bats or something, this might be like our one chance to like fucking knock him off Abe Lincoln's head, and then maybe that'll kill him. I don't know. Because fuck this guy. This guy is a menace.
One thing we could do.
Do we know?
He's the guy who like shot Chelsea when she almost died in the plane, and like just in combat in general, we've been unable to hit him.
Yeah, this is a.
Yeah, I was gone for that session, but
This is a very good guy to take out right now. If I could suggest one thing, someone could like attack him from range, and because like Proto Men is like the fucking Flash, I could try and blitz in and get him from close range.
Yeah, my thing.
Do like an attack on 2 fronts kind of thing.
That works for me.
I think if I try to distract them with like a volley of balls, you could probably.
Well, my hope is we use the element. That works. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's do it because I'd rather kill him as quickly as possible because in a long drawn out fight we'll probably lose because he has some sort of teleporting or like bullshit. All right.
Okay.
So I have a gun, Tan. Is that I know it's not a sniper, but can I hit from here? Or do we have to like find a way?
You can certainly try.
Okay, maybe we can get a little bit closer to him. Is there like a space where we can kind of get underneath or like a little bit up, like near?
Well, you can get if you continue advancing, you can get all the way underneath Mount Rushmore, basically.
Let's do that.
There's no telling how long you will continue to go unnoticed, though. There's no guarantee.
Right. Would we need to do a stealth reroll?
If you are intending to do that, I would say yes. Because you're in the area, he's actively like keeping watch over.
We would still get cloak advantage, right?
You would, yes, but you'd have to do the roll again.
What do you guys think? I think we should try for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
it's probably. I'm definitely in favor of taking this guy out. If he was, because I wasn't there for.
All right, that's 4 successes from me.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of you, anyone who's sort of just advancing in this straight line, you can just do the roll again, and then I'll roll his intelligence to see if he notices you.
Roll stealth again.
Yeah.
Yes. So body and reason.
So 5d6 for you. So you got 2 successes. Vasilii got like 5, and then Driver got 2. I think we all made it.
Yeah. Well, he's not rolled yet, so.
Oh, fuck me. Are you going to do like an average of our group, or if he spots the lowest, are we screwed?
He will spot whoever he spots.
Okay.
So wit, and on his side, he can be rolling wit and reason. Oh, fuck. 1, 2.
We should have bum
3, 4,
rushed
5.
him.
Okay, so he got 5. What was your rolls again?
So I rolled 4. Vasilii rolled 5.
Okay.
And I think only Vasilii remains on the scene.
Yeah. So you see that sniper scope like glint in the light again, and you can visibly see Driver. But it's now turned in your direction.
We are closer, though, at least, right?
Yeah. And almost at the same time, you hear the crack of a bullet as he takes his first shot towards Driver here.
All right. I am going to try and use Protomen's superior speed. And I think what I'm going to try and do here is try and like split myself in two, have like a duplicate, try and like bait him into shooting the wrong driver.
Right, okay, so go for a bamboozle then.
Yeah.
Okay, so your Shadow Clone Jutsu with your bamboozle, and he's just going to try and aim for like a vital spot and pull the trigger, basically. So he's going for a neutralize. So he's rolling reason and power, and you will be rolling wit and menacing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you make the duplicate. It doesn't quite trick him, but as he fires towards you, when you make the duplicate, two of you sort of move away from each other to create 2 separate targets. It sort of goes in between the 2 of you here and thuds into like a tree behind you, and the spotlight splinters the tree. So you can only imagine what that would have done to you. So I want to say here, so he is sort of Vasilii. He has not seen you. He doesn't know that
I have
Vasilii's
a plan.
there.
I have to say, at this point, the cloaking is probably gone.
Okay. But well, he's still like maybe Vasilii's like because his attention is focused on those of you who he sort of spotted basically. So Vasilii maybe got a little bit further before his cloaking vanished, so he may still be unseen.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I have a plan for how we can reach this guy on top of Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I'm immediately going to like try and speed towards this guy as fast as I can.
Okay, so you're gonna try and like drive up the side of the mountain, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, Vasilii, what's your plan?
Okay, so it's a mountain, right?
Yes.
Which means it has erosion. So what if, Vasilii he's basically rock climbing by creating handholds, he's reversing the erosion, creating handholds, and that's why he's climbing rapidly up the mountain.
Again, this is crazy diamond territory.
I don't know, man. It's like the last arc. Well, what were you doing again, Stigma?
So he's uneroding the mountain to create handholds.
I
as he
like
climbs.
that. Let's just let it go. We're real cool.
Okay, so the 2 of you, so you 2 are going directly after the sniper. What's Bats and Chelsea doing then? Are you gonna keep going? Are you gonna try and go for the sniper as well, or?
Bats, I have an idea for dual heat unless you had something you wanted to do.
Yeah. What do you want to do?
If you turn yourself to balls, I can bat you up there with my shovel to send you flying up there.
I love that because that works with what I want to do anyways. I figure if you do that, what I was going to do anyways was basically just be a distraction. I was going to like ricochet the balls off of the mountain and just completely make this guy disoriented. Not exactly hitting him, but giving enough time for the rest of the team to do their thing.
Sure. So, are we going with that, or do you want me to whack you while you're in ball form and send you flying up there?
I'm thinking we could do both. Like, you whack me up there, and I could use the ball form to just, go nuts.
You cool?
Not
with
exactly
that?
hitting it, but
You cool with that, Tan?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What's our action?
and hate it.
So I would say this may
Shutting
be
it down.
pre-initiative at this point because all you guys are doing like getting into vicinity of him basically at this point. So let's say that we'll do Driver's thing first, then Vasili's roll, and then you guys' roll.
Okay.
So Driver, you're just speed blitzing him basically. You're just going outside the mountain, brum brum brum.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that's definitely some sort of speed roll. I would say it's race then. That's going to be pluck and speed. And let me just see.
You know what?
So this will be a free. You're going to want.
Unrelated, but people say things like pretty much or pretty sure. Do you think anyone's ever been like ugly sure or ugly much? No. It's fucked up. It doesn't go both ways.
I do say though, I am definitely trying to get this guy's attention.
Okay, so you're very much making a show of yourself. You're making yourself the target.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for that, I will give the rolls after this advantage then. So Vasilii and Bats and Chelsea will have advantage on their rolls.
Driver is a hero.
Let's say 1, 2 there. So you what I think, because it was a free need to get, so you're still going to go up there because that's something you can do, obviously. But your speed means that in the space of this roll, you are not going to be up there immediately.
Yeah.
So there's a bit more of a twisted route you're having to take up the mountain. And we will then go to Vasilii, you're doing your rock climbing up there.
Yes,
So
he's frantic climbing up the face of the president.
Which one?
Which one is he on again?
Well, the guy's on Abraham Lincoln.
Then we will be, giving Honest Abe a few zits.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to be rock climbing up there, so I will say that's going to be a maneuver then. So body and speed with the advantage given by driver's efforts. And that'll again be a free. You want to be here to go up there in a sort of a timely fashion.
All right.
Yeah! Oh,
it's
baby.
Unbelievable. You're like a spider climbing up this wall. You're like some kind of Spider-Man.
He's a spider monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. As you ascend the mountain. You like, even you bound on the ground, Bats and Chelsea, you can't believe it because he's in a blur moving up this mountain. It's like he's just sliding up there. It's simple for him.
It's like falling in. Have you ever seen that video of like these dudes running in a field and they just like jump and start floating around?
Exactly. It's like that. It's that. So and you managed to in the span of like maybe 10 seconds. So you're pulling yourself up onto the brow of Abraham Lincoln, and you can see this sniper man. He's sort of a fellow. He's got like a long, sort of blonde, sort of hippie-ish hair and stubble, and wearing big aviator sunglasses. He's got like a military uniform, like, but held in a way that is like he's sort of like informal with it, And he's got this sniper, like pointed, tracking driver as he comes up the mountain here. So with you in position, he has not seen you, by the way. We will go to Bats and Chelsea, who are doing
What is Sniper Man's stand name? Unless it's a spoiler.
We don't know.
I don't know why, but in my head, Wayward Son popped up for some reason.
That's good. I like that.
All right, me and Batsy.
Yeah.
What are we rolling? Like a snipe, a trick shot?
I would say it'll be either a snipe or a trick shot. Okay, I'll let you decide.
So if we do trick shot, I have 5 wit. Do you have 5 precision?
I think I do. Let me check.
So we can
5, yeah.
Yeah, we can max with a trick shot.
Yeah.
Right, 5 dice each. And we have advantage because of driver Chan, right?
Yes.
4 success.
1, 2, 3, 7 total.
Okay. Well, I was going to say it was a 3 as well, so you obviously make it up.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
you
still on the
draw
ground,
your
but I
sh-
fucking throw.
Yeah.
I baseball.
You
him up
draw
there.
your shovel back. Ball bounces up in the air, and as you strike it, like time freezes like a half second to emphasize how hard you hit this.
Yeah, like it makes a cracking sound, and the frame turns
Exactly.
black and blue for a second, and then it goes flying.
And it is. I know that to say it is very painful. But
I'm sorry.
as you are launched up with a sonic boom towards the head of Abraham Lincoln, and you do smash through the temple of Theodore Roosevelt on the way up, like coming in one temple and coming out the other. As you also like are in the air above the sniper here.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, it has never been so back.
And with that, we do enter initiative then. So I will say, Vasilii got there first, so Vasilii will go first.
He is Spider Monkey Man.
And then Bats. And then...
Driver Chelsea, probably.
Yeah, because Chelsea's on the ground.
Yeah.
The driver will sort of arrive when his turn begins there. So Vasilii, this guy has not seen you yet. He is still focused on driver. You have a moment of opportunity here.
I think Vasilii would try and tackle this guy, so that he can't wriggle his way out and devolve him into that old Chelsea special.
Okay, so you have a restrain then.
Yes.
Okay, it's restrain with advantage because he's not looking at you right now, and he's going to go for his focus basically as he's aiming at driver here. So you're trying to get him before he shoots at driver basically.
Right. Restrain.
So he's going for his reason.
While you are going. Power durability.
Power durability.
That should be a good combo for Fade into You. Let me double check. Never mind. I thought you had way higher power and durability for a close range stand. I forgot you were a learning maxer.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so as you are running towards him for your tackle, you see his eye flick over in your direction behind his sunglasses. He sort of spits out a toothpick, and right before you were about to reach him and go for him, you see a humanoid figure materializing behind him. It's formed from grass, dirt, and stone, like a golem of some kind. And it's covered in peace symbols. Its eyes are peace symbols. It has one on its temple. Well, I say its eyes. It has ones where eyes would usually be, and then an actual human eye in the center of its head, looking at you. And he goes, "Tears are not enough." And when you go to then tackle him, you don't. Your body does not obey you when you go to attack him.
Oh, he's enforcing peace on you, even though he's a sniper. It's fucked.
He sort of stands up, basically. He doesn't go to shoot you, funnily enough. He sort of holds the sniper out and goes, "Well, I'll be damned. I wasn't expecting you to sneak up on me. Which one are you, then? The bats?
The handsome one.
Which one's that? You humans look all the same to me."
Does this guy look like a rock human? Does he look stony?
Well, rock humans look like humans, so you couldn't quite tell.
What I'm thinking...
their whole thing is that they look identical to people.
He's not fighting Vasilii now, and he's been fighting us with a sniper, so I think his stand enforces peace between him and the target, and then he picks off people outside the range of his stand.
I have a plan for how to defeat him next turn, if he's not defeated yet.
Sure. It's Sniper Chan's turn now, right?
So, as the two of you are facing off, he just lifts the sniper rifle and points it towards your head, and then his stand disappears for a second, and in that second you see him go to pull the trigger.
On Vasilii?
Yes, on you.
And I think, Neanderthals were known to be shorter than humans, so maybe, Vasilii is, lowering the height of his head a bit to dodge this shot.
Sure. So you become a smaller pre-human, basically.
Yes.
That's
slightly just enough to dodge this.
I like that.
So yeah, I would say that's probably... that could be a normal dodge, that could be a bamboozle. Confound.
I think that is a normal dodge, personally.
Okay, so roll me a body and wit then. And that'll be
All
against
right.
his strike. He's going to roll for his power and precision.
Uh-oh.
That's not terrible. Oh, that's pretty bad. Two. Oh, he got 3.
Okay. So you do sort of shrink, but as you do and sort of twist your body, he pulls the trigger, and you feel the bullet whip past you, like scrape against your temple, like flay away your ear before it flies off and also hits the temple of Theodore Roosevelt. But you are sent down to the ground with like a bleeding head wound.
Was Vasilii damaged before?
I don't think he's taken damage yet.
Okay, so he's 2-3.
Well, for a speller to dodge me from such close range, I'll give you that. He sort of advances before pointing the gun down towards your head, like pressing the barrel of it against your head again, Vasilii. But before he pulls the trigger, you do get launched up at this point and sort of appear above the encounter and see Vasilii about to be basically executed, it looks like.
Okay. Darnell, what was your assessment on how this stand works? It creates
so he makes
peace,
a golem,
prevention.
and it enforces it so you can't hurt him and he can't hurt you, which is why he had to get rid of it to attack Vasilii. Is my theory.
Right. Okay. Good. Because I wasn't planning on hurting him. What I'm going to try to do in my ball form is I'm going to dissipate as fast as possible and as frantic as possible. Basically, just try to scare this guy. Just launch balls all over the place into the mountain, ricocheting off one another. Not I'm just going to go out of my way to not hit this guy because I don't know what he's doing.
Hit everything but him, basically.
Yeah, make a screen between him and Vasilii too, and allow for an opportunity to attack. Maybe if he's disoriented or something, or for Driver to get up here.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be an overkill then, and that's not. Yeah. So that'll go against his focus here. So his reason and pluck. So your overkill will be menacing and power.
Okay. Four success. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
4.
So yeah, rock spheres fly everywhere, sort of blasting into everything. Dust kicked up all over the place. Vasilii, you see this cloud of dust sort of come between you and your enemy as you manage to sort of get out of execution range here. It even does damage to the head. Sort of Abraham Lincoln's nose slides off, and its driver, as you're driving up the mountain, you have to swerve to avoid his snodge coming down. And as it does, he's going to do his thing first, but you at the same time have sort of managed to come up the mountain, sort of jump into view here. Basically, you've reached the battle.
Did any of the debris hit this guy, or has he expertly avoided everything?
So he does sort of pummel it in as well. The debris sort of slams into him. Because he looks like he had to stand disabled in preparation for sort of finishing off Vasilii here. So you've managed to sort of execute an attack on him.
Does it knock a hit point? Or
yes, it will.
Okay.
More like shit point.
He's got 4. Okay.
And he's a long range sniper. This guy's evil. Whoever you created, you're evil. Oh man, I'm glad we're taking this fucker out. He's been pissing me off since his intro.
Right, okay, so he's faced basically with clouds of dust all around him. He's lost Vasilii, he's lost his bead on Vasilii, basically. It's a fool's errand to try and shoot bats who has many balls. And
bats of many balls.
Driver is for the moment out of reach. So what he does, he goes for someone else, and he swings around, and down on the ground below Chelsea, you see the glint of the sniper scope as he aims right at you, presumably hoping that your friends will try and help you.
How high above me is he?
He's very much high above you. You're down on the ground below in the wooded area.
Give me a range.
Give me a second. Like 100, 200 meters.
Fuck. Okay, never mind then.
It's a good distance.
I had a fun idea for a defense, but
I think I finally.
no worries. I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any kind of way where I could roll a defense to dodge that also gets me further up this mountain? I need to get a little bit closer to him.
If you can describe such a maneuver to me, you can try very much.
Okay, so, is there any dead animals or people in this earth?
Well, there was the skeleton of that one good trouble operative.
But like any other dead animal corpses around this area?
Well, yeah, the normal sort of thing, dead rodents and whatever, things that have sunk into the soil, half decomposed.
Dodge, and the way I dodge is I gather all the bones, corpse parts, what have you, in the area around me, and make it into a thin bone pillar underneath my feet, and then launch upwards to like both dodge the shot and get closer. If that's something I could do.
Well, yeah, so like a spring almost.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, so I will say that is going to be a bamboozle or dodge. It's up to you, really, I would say, or finesse even. Finesse, actually, I'd say, maybe, with speed and precision.
Speed and precision. Ooh, but you said bamboozle, right?
That's another option, though. Yeah, I'm giving you options here.
With menacing, I like that. I like those dice.
Yeah, you can certainly try, yeah.
You can certainly try. You're believing. You're beginning to believe. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
I can't remember what wins ties. I think
it's. I think we've been doing it as...
Ties are neutral.
Yeah, ties are neutral. I think we've been doing it as. So what's going to happen is, because I want something to actually result from this roll, rather than just a reset, you spring up into the air, the slight bullet whips past your head, so your aim is off, basically, and you sort of... you almost faceplant into the side of Theodore Roosevelt's like disintegrating cranium, but manage to find a handhold. So you're closer, but there's still a bit of climbing before you actually get to the guy.
Am I within 45 meters of him?
You would be at this point.
Alright, is it my turn?
That was... You just did your turn, wasn't it?
No, that was my reaction to his attack.
Oh, right, yes, absolutely. So it's Driver's turn.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
I think
so you just reached the battlefield here.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you've got another means of reaching the battlefield, if you want to do something beforehand, that's your prerogative.
I'm sorry, I've been focusing on the microphone issue. Very important that I solve that. Can you remind me of what's going on?
Yes, so you've been driving up the side of the mountain. You've just sort of reached him now, the guy. So I don't know if you caught what he's been doing. He's been sniping.
No, I haven't.
Okay, his stand
sorry,
power...
man. I really am.
Yeah, no worries. His stand power basically has been... Have you played GTA 5 online?
Yeah, I have.
Pacifist mode. In GTA 5 online, that's his power.
Right,
so when he's got active, you can't attack him, but he also can't attack you.
So he basically activates it to defend, so you can't hurt him, and then he drops
and then
it
right
for a
before
second to
he's...
shoot you
Yeah.
with his sniper.
Am I out of his range right now?
Well, you don't really know the range of it. It seems more conceptual. They can't attack me, I can't attack them, rather than like a limited range of it. So it's more like a switch you can flick. But it does seem like when his stand is visible, that's when it's active.
Is it visible right now?
It's not visible right now because he did just go to take a shot at Vasilii.
Basically, if you go to attack him and he beats you with his defense, it'll become visible, and the flavor is you won't be able to attack.
Okay. What I think I want to do is I want to, while he's focusing on someone else, I want to, like, have my bike, like, jump up into the air, and I want to project, like, a fucking big-ass version of that jetpack from before, and I want to use it to, like... I just
imagine a lethal company jetpack at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to use it to, like, accelerate myself in the bike to, like, run over this guy as fast as I can. Basically 9/11ing this specific person.
We are at another American monument, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you speed towards him. I would say that's going to be like... There's something speed in there, obviously. There's the dead maneuver thing, race. Maybe race in that case, which is pluck and speed.
Yeah,
and that'll be
sure.
against his focus, which is reason and pluck.
Also, aura, maybe? Could be speed power.
Well, yeah, it could be aura as well, if
Or
you prefer, whatever.
Yeah, I think I would prefer to roll pluck and speed.
Yeah, go for it then.
Do I get any advantages for this being cool?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Mr. Jackstar.
There it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4. Devil. So,
Masma came out.
so, funnily enough, his power does activate, and your action to accelerate ceases, but you're already going so fast that momentum takes you the rest of the way as your bike slams into him, and he goes flying up into the air. And you can see like shards of rock fly off him as he does.
Just as planned.
As he lands in a heap, an undignified heap, a little bit of a distance away.
Is he still up on the mountain or like on the ground 200
He's
meters
gone.
down?
Well, he's on the mountain, but he's like further back on the mountain towards the point where it's just like forest.
Okay. Is he within 45 meters of me?
He's just about within 45 meters of you.
All right. So I don't remember the movement rules in this game, but I'm gonna move as close as I can to him on my turn.
There's not really movement rules, if I remember right.
It's too late to introduce movement rules if there are.
Sure. I whatever's a reasonable amount to run after him, because I don't want him to get out of my range.
Okay.
But basically, I think Chelsea's put together at this point. Okay, his stand protects him. He has to fight with the sniper, right? So I would like to use Memento, and what I'm attempting to do, she's trying to concentrate, now that she's used it once against her husband, is basically get the bad luck to jam up his gun, so he can't use it.
Okay.
That's my attempt here. I don't know what that would be.
That's not necessarily an opposed roll against him, but this is your first time like trying to aim your
maybe
your
a focus,
wounds,
neutralized.
Neutralize. I would say neutralize or cripple, whichever you would prefer.
I like neutralize. I don't think any of us have gotten to roll that. Reason and power. That's also pretty decent stats for me.
And it's gonna be a 4. I'm gonna need from you here.
Yeah. Any advantages?
Tell me why you deserve an advantage from me.
Because I would think this is a clever use of the power, trying to disable his one means of attack, but if you don't want to give one, I'm not going to press
I'll tell you what, give me some roleplay for her using the wound.
Sure. So, Chelsea reaches out, taking a deep breath. All her life, she's blamed Ludo for her problems, right? Everyone around her dying, the sort of bad luck. But I think she's come to terms and realized this is a wound. What this really is whatever trauma she's gone through, the people she's lost, this is just a reflection of that. And for the first time, rather than being afraid of her powers, she tries to accept it, right? So she's used this thing in rage unintentionally. She's used it to protect her son. Now, with a calm and rational mind, she approaches it and she tries to focus. I imagine there's sort of this static in her head when it comes out, because the last time it came out, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Murphy's Law rules. But she tries to concentrate it along that shadow as she reaches out to him. Think like Shikamaru in Naruto when he like stretches the shadow out. And trying to like fucking concentrate it specifically on the gun.
Right, okay, and as it comes out, it emerges and like almost detaches from you for the first time to do this. Mm-hmm. And you notice it isn't even like intentional, this is subconscious what happens. And you get an advantage on this, by the way.
Sure.
So now you can roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, so as it emerges and detaches from you, Ludo also appears, and much like you did with Bats earlier, as Memento curls into a ball, Ludo slams it with the shovel and sends it flying towards the enemy. And as it sort of passes through the gun and the sniper, you hear it click and jam.
Fuck yeah! And just a wicked grin on her face. And she goes, "Oh, buddy, it's clobbering time." And that's my
You are
turn.
still like halfway up the mountain, by the way. So
yeah, I'm following after. Now this is a horror movie for him as we chase after him.
Darnell, I need you to know I've been on a Fantastic Four kick recently, so I'm having like a fucking surreal breakdown over you saying that.
Yeah, no, I intentionally did the things phrase. I had the gloves as a kid.
I know that was the intentional reference, but like the fact that it's crossing over into good trouble now is like maddening to me.
That's how I feel. I can't think of a recent example, but have you guys ever just recently learned about a thing and it's the first time you hear about it and then suddenly it's everywhere? I'm not talking about like a meme, but like a specific thing. Whether it's like a fun
I think there's like an effect for it or something where you.
Darnell just learned about the Fantastic Four thing for the first time ever. Now he's everywhere.
No, I've known about him since I was a young child because of the gloves. But I mean, like,
I should hope you're not. Just
I was saying
about him.
Jack
He's one of
Jack
the
might be
best
having that moment,
superheroes.
like he's finally reading the Fantastic Four again, and now it's everywhere.
Now
Yeah,
now it really is clobbering time.
Yeah, I had both the Hulk gloves
Me
and
when
the
my
Thing
good
gloves
friend
as a
Tyne
kid.
is accosted.
I didn't have either of them, but I wish I did.
I also had both of those, Darnell. What the fuck?
It's one of
Yeah,
the
we're the same
voids
type
of
of
my
stand,
childhood.
bitch. Anyway, yeah, that's my turn. So I guess it's the Sniperman's turn.
Wait, hold on, I got an unfunny meme I need to post.
Do you think you
every
could
day of
send
my
me
life.
back? Do you think you could send me back to being 7 years old and buying me Thing gloves?
I think
Darnell?
you're too
Because,
young
no.
compared to us. So
Okay,
by,
that's
the
my
time,
unfunny
by the
meme.
time Thing gloves were done, you wouldn't even be old enough to do them, I think. Because when
I
I had
was
them,
around
I was
in
like 6 or 7, and you're like 4 or
2005.
5 years younger than me.
Yeah, I think you should
I've
give
never-
them to a young child.
I don't think we should
I know
encourage
that-
children to clobber things, personally.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Are we debating who should own the rights to the Hulk
No,
arms,
I was
or-
just saying. He said you should go back in time and give them to me, and I said by the time they stopped being a thing, you were still too young to have used them.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't ready for the weapon.
They were very popular for like I remember reading or hearing something about this. They were very popular for like exactly a year or two, and then basically no one cared anymore, and they stopped selling
The
them.
thing
Everyone
was-
realized they were just
I
knockoff
remember-
Hulk
I remember
gloves.
the Hulk gloves were around for a while, but not the Thing gloves.
Yeah, at least the Thing gloves I know were like a year or two, and then that was it. Anyway, not important. Sniperman's turn.
Yeah,
When
so
my
the
good friend
sniper...
Time is attacked by the creature in the operator. Oh, shut the fuck up. Not even finishing that. Fuck you.
Yeah, so it's now... Chelsea, that was just your turn, is that correct?
Yeah, it's basically disabling his attack.
Yeah, so as he looks down at his gun, sees the rifle is irreparably jammed all of a sudden. He considers the situation. The stand manifests over his shoulder, and he turns and begins to run away into the woods.
Anyone want to stop him?
Okay, so
It's not.
Man, there's a
wait, whose
loophole
turn
of-
is it?
Well, it's a reaction. If anyone wants to use their reaction.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can drive after him to try and stop him.
Well, I was thinking the comical thing you could do, right? Depending on the size of your projection, is like record and project like a wall or Abe Lincoln's face in front of him, and he just runs in.
I have like a mildly terrifying idea.
Sure.
Remember the helicopter? What if I like projected that and like had it like follow after him, and like he's in like this forest, so I have like the helicopter blades like cutting down all the trees while I pursue him.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
And your projections aren't really held down by like the laws of physics. You just like
I can like
physics
I,
from them.
I haven't really used this ability, but I have it written down on my sheet where I can speed up the recording, so I can have the blades go even faster.
a terrifying helicopter chasing you.
So you're not attacking him directly, but you're making trees fall in his path, basically.
You play some like blaring audio.
I mean, if
out
I
of the
catch up
speakers,
to
too.
him, he is going to be minced by the blades. But yeah, mostly.
Well, at one point, he does have his stand out, so if you are intended to like go into him and slice him up, your body will not respond to
This
to
is
that
like
action.
Wonder of You
Okay.
rules. We have to fucking game
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay, so in that case, I'll just try and like smoke him out of hiding, just like terrifyingly pursuing him with the helicopter.
Oh, your helicopter is pursuing me?
So as he ducks into the woods and like vanishes under the grove for a second, you follow after him in your fucking holographic helicopter, slicing through everything in your path here as you pursue him. So let's see if he can escape you. He's going to go for his race, and I would say maybe overkill or aura from you here.
What are those again?
Overkill is menacing and power. Aura is power and speed.
I'll go for power and speed.
Okay, so he's going to
Do I
go
get
for
an
his.
advantage?
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
So with advantage, that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat me. He's gone. I
He's
think.
He's a ghost. He vanishes into the undergrowth, and you hear the footstep, and they suddenly stop, and you don't hear anything else. Even as you slice through, it's like he just vanished. He has concealed his presence utterly.
There's a joke I wanted to make, but it would be an Arc 11 spoiler.
Okay.
But do you remember when a character thinks they get away, and then a point is earned? That. I hope that's what happens to him. I fucking hate this sniper. I swear to God, if he shows up again with a new gun, Tan, I'm killing you in real life.
Imagine if he shows up and kills your kid.
Don't even introduce that into the continuity of things that could happen.
Don't put that thought in my head, is what
First
you're
of
saying.
all, my kid is states away in a secret safe house. Second
He's that
of
good
all,
of a sniper.
That is incredibly
Well, now he knows.
tragic.
Now he knows.
State sniper.
Now that you've destroyed his gun, he'll want revenge, and now he'll start hunting after your boy to get revenge on you.
See this rifle? It used to be your son.
God.
He turns your child into a gun.
Tan? All right. What happens? Should we wrap up? Because I do have to go soonish, and I'm gonna have to stitch and edit this because we had some.
Okay, so you do have a brief search of the woods so you can find this guy. He is nowhere to be seen.
I turn off the helicopter and I return to the group and I say.
So you're going
I guess I
back
lost
to the
them."
group. So you're separated from the group for a moment. Is that right?
Yeah.
As you
Yeah,
are
yeah.
returning to the group, you deactivate the helicopter and making the short trip back. You do see that as you come out into a clearing, it seems someone is waiting for you. You do see cross-legged on the floor the bulky figure of the Hamon user, Darius Main. He sort of looks up. He's got one elbow across his knee here as he's waiting, and he looks up and smiles. I've been waiting for you.
I know the exact pose you're describing. Like that
Yeah.
Is it
fucking
finally
Jiraiya
time for
set.
I crack my knuckles. Is it finally time for a rematch?
If your friends don't get in the way, I'm all for it.
I go ahead and I turn on my radio and I say, "You guys go ahead. I've got something to deal with here."
Okay, and it's the two of you. I assume are you getting this martial arts stances, the two of you? Maybe?
Yes.
I can't find a GIF or image, but I know the pose you're describing.
Yeah, I know it as well. And as your face over fish for
And we're doing after I get into the pose, the power armor clamps down over me like fucking Iron Man style.
This is what I'm imagining.
Oh my God. We're both still brimming with energy, aren't we? Oh
And as the two of you move in and your fists strike each other, we cut to black as part one of the finale comes to an end.
The fart Nelly.
That's not what I said.
It's what it sounded like you said.
That was a great session, guys.
That was
I love
good.
that.
Tanhoney,
So did I
you will
agree.
be spared in the world to come.
Yeah.
All right.
You know who won't be spared? Chelsea's child.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep talking.
We're killing that kid.
I'm about to take driver's license. Oh my God.
Okay, I like that
The
line.
DMV comes for him and he says, "You may have taken my license to drive, but not my license to kill."
That's good. Did we name an episode of this series "License to Kill" yet?
If we didn't, it's going to be this one now. For that one joke
License
at
to
the
Kill
end.
Part 1.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.